Hey friends, I'm Ty,
Hi, friends. I'm Jeff.
and this is the
D.O. Friend
Podcast.
Podcast.
Hey y'all, we back.
Hello. We are back to back. 2 weeks back to back.
We feel so accomplished. with
Yes,
that,
we
right?
accomplished something.
You want to dive straight in, or actually, how was your day?
My day was cool. Very chill. Very chill. So I'm feeling very chill today, very zen. What about yours? How was your day?
Um, my day was overwhelming.
Mm,
Yeah, I think I've had a very overwhelming week, and it's only Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
So I've had a very overwhelming week, child. Yesterday and today was just overwhelming. But I'm good now. I guess that brings us right into our
Yes, let's start with our first segment, our mental health check-in, where we rate how we're feeling from a 1 to 5. Ladies and gentlemen, and my non-binary. Do you want to start? Because I've been starting the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I can start actually. I am a 3, and it's nothing wrong. I guess I'm just like somewhere in between O and K. I'm like in
That's
between
cute.
right now.
I like that.
But I did want to touch on something just because I mentioned it in our last episode of just a lot of people in my close circle of friends and family that are just like feeling really down and going through a lot. There's this thing called like functional depression where you may not be presenting as like what we assume depression to look like, right? So sad, gloomy, crying, or what have you. However, that doesn't mean that you're not depressed, right? So you can be that, you can be functional and still go to work, still show up to extracurricular activities or still be around family and friends and things as such and still kind of like bottle things in. And I think, I've definitely been there before. And it's like when you walk in the house, it's like you fall apart. Or when you
Yeah.
get alone, you fall apart. And that's real, And for anyone that's feeling that, I think you're definitely not alone. And, I just want to continue to send words of encouragement to those that are going through it because this is a really difficult time.
Yeah.
And it just like the world is just it's
In shambles.
yeah, literally in shambles.
The world is in
Took the word right out of my
shambles.
mouth. It's
Yeah.
just like in shambles, and it sucks. And
And it's hard sometimes to really stay positive when you see so much going on right now. It really is.
Yeah, exactly, exactly that. And then whatever bad thing happens that day or that week, it feels it could be really bad, but it feels that much more intense because of just the state of everything.
Almost like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Exactly. So I'm a 3, but it's just in between. And I think really being in tune with just how we're feeling and the root causes of it will definitely help for sure. So we see those of you that are not okay, and we're here for you. And to those that are, spread that energy because we
Exactly.
need it.
It's okay to be not okay, and if you're okay, then spread the love.
For sure.
Spread
How are
that
you?
positive energy. I'm doing good. I would say I am a 3 also.
Okay.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
are both
point
3s.
up from last
Yeah,
week.
so
Okay.
last week I was a 2, and I was pretty honest about being a 2 for the last couple weeks or so.
Yeah.
So, like I said last week, it was almost something that I was used to, that I was, accustomed to. But especially when I spoke about the how I deal with my anxiety, the way I deal with it, and looking at it from a more analytical and taking out my emotions from it. Actually, I was pretty honest about it, and I'm happy I spoke about it. I know you got some stuff out of it, Ty,
Yeah.
and I know other people did too. So I will say this, like, I've been in therapy for on and off for the last couple years, and dealing with with anxiety and depression has really kind of forced you to develop a toolkit, I would say, like a bunch of ways that I use to really combat that anxiety or when I am depressed. And, the thing I talked about last week really helped with that. So, I kind of realized that I have like this huge toolkit of things that I can do to really combat how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So why don't I just start really using it?
Yeah, I love that.
So I really do, like, I've been using it a lot. Like whenever I'm feeling my anxiety is at its peak or I'm feeling super depressed, I really do things that I've learned throughout the years that really help with it. And it's been working. It's been really I feel really accomplished doing it.
Yes.
Like, all that hard work that I've been working on these past couple of years is really, really helping. So I'm definitely a 3. I'm going to work hard to become a 4 and maybe even a 5 one day. Who knows?
What? I am pushing for a 4 next week.
Yes.
We're
Let's both
committing
push for
to being
a
a 4 next week.
Yes, we are going to commit to be a 4. Nice.
I mean, come on, friend. Look at us.
Yes.
Deal. Okay. So you want to go into our... Oh, wait. I'm sorry, guys. Please join the conversation and let us know how you're feeling, whether it's under the comments or just amongst your own friends and family. How are you feeling out of a 1 through 5? Rate yourself. You can do this on O Friend Podcasts on Instagram, O Friend Podcasts everywhere, honestly, and ofriendpodcasts@gmail.com. All right. Well, just like life, we got to have some balance. So we're going to dive into some mess in our next segment.
Yes, our next segment, the He Said.
She Said.
Where we gossip like only 2 best friends can.
Oh, friends.
Oh, friends.
We are so annoying.
I love us. Okay. So let's go right into it. I wanted to have like a little bit of a happy topic to start. One of our she was one of our problematic faves, but I no longer see her as problematic because she has really...
I'm nervous.
No, I'm really proud of her because she has gotten into what seems to be a very healthy relationship. I'm talking about April Jones.
Oh, yeah. She's been...
Yes, April Jones from Love and Hip Hop. So I spoke about her like, wow, it was at least 5 episodes ago where she was potentially dating Taye Diggs. They were seen out, and it was a shocker to everybody because she was also linked with Dr. Dre in the past, and everybody already knows about the whole Omarion Lil Fizz situation. So they have made it Instagram social media official. They have been posting fun videos together, little dance videos, matching pajamas, having all of this fun and looking cute like a fun couple. And I, for one, love it.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
Okay, so, good for her. Good for them, right? They seem happy, so good for them. And it's nice to see that she's not a mess. So I think... since this relationship, she's definitely been out of the news in a negative way. But
Yeah,
I have a
exactly.
question.
Oh, what's your question?
Do you think that April is a downgrade for Tay? Now, think about status, think about career, think about reputation. Is she a downgrade?
I think if we're looking at it from that perspective, then, Taye Diggs was married to Idina Menzel, who is a Tony Award-winning Broadway actress. She was also the voice of Elsa in Frozen. So she's very well-known, very popular, very rich, very talented. And, April Jones is the star of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. So I'm not saying... yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she starred in it. She was one of the starring cast members.
Yes.
So I don't want to say that Taye Diggs. I think that I want to be very nice about this because I love April.
It's not a dig. It's just
not a dig
no
at
pun
all.
intended. But
I don't think I think that Tay dating her kind of puts her on a different level.
It's an upgrade for her, but is it a downgrade for him?
I don't think it's a downgrade for him. I think that at first it was a little bit of a shocker, but now that you see how their relationship is, how fun he can be around her, how fun she is around her. I was reading, so she posted a video of them dancing, and then I was, being messy and looking at the comments, and some of the comments were very messy, very shady. I was shocked that she did not delete some of them because I was gagging. But one of them was from Nia Riley. She was the one that Soldier Boy used to treat like trash on Love and Hip Hop. Well, anyways, she made a comment. She was like, no shade, Nia. I really like her. She made a comment like, "Oh my God, this is like the perfect person for you. You love doing stupid stuff like this in public." So I just thought that was so adorable that like she knows her personally, so she was like, "This is like the perfect guy for you." So I'm really here for the relationship. I'm really rooting for them.
Moral of the story. You may find happiness if you lower your standards. What's the next topic?
Okay.
Listen. I love Tay Diggs. Well, Tay Diggs has kind of been out of like our
peripheral. I mean, I don't want to say that because he is starring on All American, and that's a very popular show.
Yeah, no.
That's a very popular show.
He's kind of like,
but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like, where is he, So, but I really do enjoy Tay Diggs, and I do enjoy April. She's a beautiful girl.
Gorgeous.
She's a fun time. So I do enjoy her. But I do think that it's, sometimes you just, it's not a dig. It's not like shade. It's just, it is what it is. And, there might be happiness.
I mean, it is true. Like, have you ever dated, like, down?
Ciao.
Oh, should we not talk about that?
Ciao. I have. And continue to. I have. And, it's just, it's a very humbling experience. I've been the breadwinner, and but I will say that dating down, obviously I'm not in those situations anymore. So, what have you, but you can be happy, like you can find happiness without worrying about a person's status or what they can offer you. I think now, just because of where I am in my life, I require a little bit more. But I think it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be like social status or profession. And as we can see, it works.
It does.
And this beautiful example.
Okay, so next topic.
Awkward.
Okay, so let's talk Tiana Taylor a little bit.
My boo.
I love her.
My Harlem sister.
I've loved her since My Super Sweet 16.
Yes,
I loved her since then. But yeah, she was in the news for...
what happened with that? Okay, do tell.
Okay. So basically what happened was a TikToker, she posts blind item videos, and she posted a blind item alluding to the fact, allegedly, that a singer with 2 kids and a husband that plays basketball, I believe that man plays basketball, right?
She didn't just say her name?
No, it was a blind item. So with blind items, they never say their name.
Yeah, but that's very obvious.
But she made it pretty obvious by the clues that she gave.
Okay.
Basically saying that singer was devastated because the player was cheating on her, and she basically took too much candy, which was a code word for
Coke?
Drugs, yeah. And she ended up in the hospital.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, what? How does this TikToker know that?
Apparently somebody that is close to Tiana gave her the information. Like, it was an anonymous source. And that TikToker is known for posting blind items, like popular blind items and stuff like that. So I guess everybody believes everything on TikTok.
Oh.
So apparently her comments were getting flooded with, "Oh my gosh, I heard you overdose, I heard you in the hospital, da 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 da." So she had to respond, and she responded with, "It's all lies, it's all fake. Why would you believe?" Her words, not mine. Why would you? I can't believe you guys are believing a YT girl during the end of Black History Month.
No, not bringing it about race, not making it about race.
That was her words, not mine. But yeah. So, do you think that she should have responded to this?
I was just about to say, I think that Tiana has solidified or has reached a level in her career to where we think so highly of her and we believe you, T. So, she definitely didn't have to respond. I understand why. I think, I honestly haven't heard rumors about Tiana.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't hear any of
That's
it.
just so unproblematic, I think in the beginning of her career, we seen different things, but
but nothing too crazy, honestly.
For quite some time, she really hasn't been in mess and really minding her own business, and I think she should continue to do that because, whether you respond or not, they're gonna believe what they want to believe. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, and then y'all didn't learn anything from Tasha K.
Exactly. So she also put in the comments that she will be suing that person.
Right. Y'all didn't learn anything. Like this is what we're talking about. Like it's one thing to share your opinion on different things that are out there, if it's public information, it's open to interpretation or opinion, right? But when you start to allege and just make these different kind of accusations that can ultimately, hurt someone's reputation or their careers, their marriage. You're talking about her husband, the father of her children. Like,
exactly.
That's crazy disrespectful. And if you don't, listen, if I knew that somebody was cheating on their spouse, or if I knew something really grimy and dirty that could possibly ruin a family or a relationship, I would never share it. And the need to share it is just weird to me.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, it speaks so much to that person's character, but it also speaks to what we find entertaining. Right? So it's just like, I don't know. I think it's whack. I think it's whack as fuck, to be honest.
I think it is too. And I don't think I understood why she responded, but she wrote a lot, and I don't think she needed to be honest with you.
Where have I been under a rock?
I don't think she needed to respond because honestly, I didn't hear about the story until she talked about it.
Right.
I did not hear nothing about this story until she talked about it.
We're also the only two people in the world not on TikTok.
That's true. It could have been very popular on TikTok. And, people believe everything on TikTok, but at the end of the day, sometimes maybe just let them believe it.
Yeah.
Let's say I don't want to, I don't want to bring up the queen, but, Beyonce doesn't respond to every rumor that comes up about her.
That's what I'm saying. I think that Tiana has reached a level in her career where, she's not that girl that we knew that was trying to break an album or trying to prove her talent to us. She's so solidified in our culture, in this culture.
She is.
And I think, like, babe, just focus on your family and the poppin' shit you got going on. And to be honest,
don't let the haters get you down, girl.
I do want to address the race thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think, and taking accountability is just like, we got to stop giving people that specifically, I don't think this person specifically, thought about race when she said it, especially if this is her reputation on TikTok. But it's just like, so don't respond, like, don't give that person light, especially if it's, Black History Month, whatever. Don't give that person light. Mute your comments and move on.
Yeah, move on.
It's the same thing we said to Cardi B, when at some point you just gotta stop responding.
Exactly. Sure. I agree.
Yeah. Oh, poor little Tink Tink. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But can we just talk about how beautiful those babies are?
Her babies are beautiful. Her daughter looks just like her.
They are stunning.
I love her family. Her man is everything too.
Girl. Talk about black love, okay? No, but her family is beautiful. And shame on that TikToker.
Yeah, shame on you.
What's her name? It's okay. Girl. We don't care. We
don't. No shade. You might have a lot of followers. Shout us out one day or something.
right. We keep it neutral, right?
Okay. Next topic. This is a quick one. It's gonna be about Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to talk about this real quick. Yes, Whoopi is back on The View.
Okay.
Miss Honey is back, and she is. And apparently, according to the New York Post, Miss Honey is walking across the set like she is the queen. Because she is at the end of the day. And also, apparently, The ratings went down when the week that she was suspended, during the 2 weeks that she
Really?
was suspended. Yes.
Okay.
If you're a big View fan like I am, you would have noticed that when she was suspended on a Wednesday, and it was a 2 week suspension. She came back Monday, 2 days early from her suspension, because the ratings went down so much that they wanted her back early. And when she did come back, the ratings rebounded.
Now, can I ask, is this is this what it looks like when Black people support each other? Like, do you believe that it was the Black viewers and us standing with her? Because I didn't
I
watch
think it was.
when she
I
left.
think it was the Black viewers, and I think it was the the View viewers. Because as a View watcher, I almost didn't watch either. I did still, because I love the View. But I know a lot of people that were like, I'm not watching the View right now because I don't agree with this. She apologized.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me, and I support Whoopi, and I stand by Whoopi. And there was a lot of posts on social media. I
Right.
stand with Whoopi, and she got a lot of, when she came back, she said she got a lot of like love from a lot of people that she didn't expect.
That's amazing.
So now that she's back, apparently from the insiders, she's walking around set like, yeah, I know that y'all need
I'm
me.
that bitch, period.
Y'all need me. Y'all need me up in here. So they're saying that she may use that to renegotiate her contract, because she does have a 5-year contract. That's about $5 to $8 million a year.
Okay.
She may bring that up, and I think she does deserve more. She is an EGOT winner. I think 5 to 8 million is kind of low for somebody on her level.
conversation.
But it is.
Damn.
But I do think that that's kind of low for somebody on her level. But now she can renegotiate, because she understands that she is needed.
Yeah.
She is a necessary part of the View.
Can I ask you something? Okay, so with the views, we're thinking like, okay, is it Black people sticking together? But is it also people being sick of cancel culture?
That could be part of it too. Definitely, yeah.
Because I really see people standing against cancel culture. And, I think it's a good thing. We've never shared our opinion on cancel culture. And, so I don't want to really get too much into it, to be
Okay.
honest. But what I will say, I think there are levels. I don't think that anyone can physically, mentally, or emotionally be canceled. I think that everything comes in phases, for sure. So, we may stop listening to their music, and then how many of y'all still listening to R. Kelly? Stop lying. You know what I mean? Like let's be real. But
I haven't stepped in the name of love in years.
but can
Let's
we just
not do
talk
this.
about how Step in the Name of the Love? Like, I've been
Let's not talk about it.
last year's summer was just was missing something. Anyway, whatever. We're still not
Those
supporting him.
cookouts just don't be the
They
same.
don't be the
just
same.
the
We're not supporting him, but they don't be the same.
They don't
you
be
know?
the same.
Today's kids will never know. But so back to cancel culture. I think there are levels to when I personally would just stop supporting someone.
Same.
Right.
Same.
And racism is one of them. Right. And overt racism is one of them. However, I think, specific, like maybe like miseducation or misinformation and an honest mistake, I think is redeemable. And I think cancel culture is this sick way of people holding human beings to standards that just aren't realistic. You know what I mean? And no one's perfect, and we have to show grace. I think it's important for us to show grace. But I do think it's important for us to hold people accountable. But just like everything, you give it an inch, we take a mile, So I'm against cancel culture, to be honest, unless it's something overt, like raping children consecutively. No, raping children, period. Being racist, and murder. Right? But other than that, having a moment where you misspoke and wish that you could have worded something differently or got your point across differently, I think that is redeemable.
I agree to an extent. I believe in accountability. I do. I believe in accountability, and I think cancel culture kind of has turned into something that it was not originally supposed to be. It's basically holding people accountable for the things that they do. So I agree. Racism is where I draw the line, but I have the also. I'm also gay.
Yes.
So homophobia is something where I
Yes.
draw the line at the same time too, along with racism.
Yes.
So
Me too.
let's say something with the baby situation with the LGBT. I stood by the LGBT, but I stood by them in a way where I will not be supporting him anymore. But that's myself. I'm not going to judge somebody who still wants to listen to their music or who is still a huge fan of
Right.
them. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, why are you buying or why are you listening to them? No.
Right.
I personally have chosen to do this.
Right.
And I know when it comes to him, you don't realize how many gay people are in the industry.
Right.
So, when you hurt one of us, it's like, it can become a domino effect because let's say I'm in a position of power and I own the festival that the baby was supposed to perform in.
Okay.
Let's say I am personally offended by it.
Okay.
I wouldn't have a problem taking him out of the festival. So that's when it comes to is it cancel culture or is the people that are taking the stuff away from them actually also offended and they don't want to do business with them anymore?
Right. Let me ask you, do you think there's such thing as reverse cancel culture?
That happens all the time. Everybody likes a comeback. Everybody loves a comeback.
Sure.
Unless you do something egregious like somebody like R. Kelly who's in jail for or something like that. Yeah. Everybody loves a comeback.
Yeah, for
Look
sure.
at somebody even though she has a little bit of privilege. Lori Loughlin, the mom from Full House who did the whole college scandal.
Yeah.
She went to jail for 5 months. She's already back on her TV show working on it.
Yeah.
So it's like, they don't I know it's easier for her and I know it's way easier for her, but it's like cancellations never really last.
Yeah.
I've never really seen it stick.
Yeah.
Have it?
No.
Look at somebody like Boosie. He's been canceled 80,000 times.
No. Y'all cancel Kanye every year.
Even Whoopi. Whoopi has been canceled before too in the past. She almost lost her career when she went against George Bush during the war.
Yeah.
And then also she was canceled when she defended Mel Gibson.
Yeah. When
he used the racial slurs against his daughter, which was really bad. Yeah.
Well,
that was really bad.
Just interesting.
Yeah, it's a deep conversation.
Interesting, for sure. Okay, well, before we go into the next segment, I want to pick your brain on something else.
Okay,
I am
girl, this
prepared
is
today.
cute. I'm ready.
I want to pick your brain on something else. As you guys have noticed, we stopped talking about Mr. West and the Kardashians.
I almost forgot about them.
It's too much. I can't defend
it's too
anymore.
Much,
it's
girl.
just too much, right?
Oh my gosh.
But,
exhausted.
But is Kanye a better marketer? Has Kanye become a better marketer than Chris? And what I mean by that is, think about the last 4 or 5 weeks. Just, it's gone on longer, but think about specifically the last 4 or 5 weeks. And then think about Donda 2, right? The show. What's the thing? The thing that he's selling the songs on, the album on. What is it called? Yeah, the stem player.
Oh, yes. Of course you would know that.
Listen, the stem player.
For $200.
The fashion collaboration with Gap and Balenciaga.
Amazing.
Right?
Yeah. That's going to make the company hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars.
And immediately after all of this has come out, meaning he released these things and set these things and begun to receive the revenue from it, we stop hearing about I want my wife back. We stop, he starts to file documents to make sure that he's protecting himself. You know what I mean? So it's almost like, I think the man is a genius in his own right. Whether, it's debatable whether it's good genius or bad genius, but we can't deny that he's a genius. And I wonder if you believe that he has become a better marketer than Kris Jenner.
Absolutely
or a better
not.
businessman
Absolutely
than
not.
Kris Jenner.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I will say this. This is what Kanye does. He always does this whenever he has an album or something coming out. He always makes sure he's in the news. You remember even back when, during the 50 Cent days, when they were supposed to come out with an album on the same day,
Yeah.
and they had their whole little tiff during then. This is Kanye's thing.
Yeah.
I think he's learned to refine it now that he's seen how the Kardashians do it. But you cannot top Miss Kris Jenner.
Okay.
Wait until their reality show comes out, and wait until
We're
the
not talking about the
publicity
Kardashians.
behind that comes out.
Jeez.
You'll see how they work that machine. You'll see that.
You'll be tuning in.
I sure will.
Anyway, let's move on. Unless you had anything else from our gossip
No,
segment.
that's all I got.
All right, well, y'all, that was our He Said, She Said segment. We're going to dive into our next segment, our friend shit segment, where we dive deep in all things friendship and talk about some nice, juicy topics.
Yes, let's do it.
Have you watched Euphoria?
Okay, girl. Everybody keeps asking me this, and then whenever I say I'm on the on the second episode of the second season, they be like, "Oh my gosh! Oh, how can you really only on the second episode of the second season? Catch up
you.
right now!" They be dragging me.
Yes, I've been judged for not watching Euphoria. So I told y'all last episode, I don't really watch TV. However, I am very interested in Euphoria, just like I'm very interested in Power and all the spinoffs from there. So I will tune in, but I like to tune in when I can binge watch. Right? So I'm going to wait till, I think it's all done.
Yeah, it's all done now.
Yeah, so I'm going to.
It's all on HBO Max. I'm on the second episode. I'm going to catch up,
Yeah,
y'all.
so don't
Gosh,
ask me where I'm
relax.
at this weekend. I'm in a house on a couch watching Euphoria. But I bring up Euphoria because Euphoria is going to be the inspiration for this week's friendship topic.
Ooh, okay.
Right. So
I'm excited.
apparently,
I don't
there's-
know this one this time. Usually I'm aware of the topics.
Okay,
but-
so the girls are gonna drag me, but the only names I know are Cassie, Lexi, and Maddie. I think.
Yeah, Maddie.
Maddie, right? Okay, well, somebody slept with somebody's ex. And I want to know if y'all are out here sleeping with each other's exes. So my first question, have you ever slept
With a friend's ex? I mean,
be honest.
Okay, I'm being honest. Probably, but I can't remember, to be honest with you. But probably, most likely.
You dog.
I mean, it's
snake.
different. It's different in the gay world. Everybody sees everybody's
Why does
exes.
everybody say that? Do y'all really? I need my people of this community to really let us know if that's true. Or is Jeff capping right now and just trying to make himself feel
Y'all know
good?
it's true.
Okay, so did the friend find out?
I can't remember if it happened, but honestly, it probably wasn't a big deal.
I have never slept with a friend's ex.
Okay.
I instantly am turned off if you have dated my friend, family, someone that I love
Really?
and trust. I'm instantly turned off. It's like it's so crazy. It's like I'm the person that's turned off if you tell me that you have a girlfriend. Like I just respect women so much that I can't. Like I couldn't imagine, right? And I don't think I've ever been cheated on, not that I know of, but I know friends and family that have been. And it's devastating. And honestly, I'd be sick of catching the tears. So I just don't want to bring that pain or that stress to anyone. And I don't think that I would be able to live with myself if I did that with a friend. I'd feel guilty.
For sleeping with a friend's ex?
For sleeping with a friend's ex, for even
Make me feel like a horrible person, my God.
I feel immature. Like, should we be sleeping with exes? Like, I don't know.
I mean, maybe it depends on. No, not really, because I feel like I've slept with people's exes who have been in relationships for a while.
Does it matter what kind of ex?
That's what I was gonna say.
Does that matter?
I guess, like, let's say, okay, if y'all were married, then that's a mess.
That is a hot mess. And we gotta talk. That's a hot mess. Okay. Okay, so you talked about the gay world, but in the straight world, oftentimes, women take the relationship a lot more serious than men.
Oh, yeah, that's
So
true.
a man might be like, I just talked to her and kicked it with her for a couple times, but it was nothing. And a woman might be like, we were in love, that was my relationship or whatever. And I think there's too big of a gray area. And that's why I don't date people's exes. And also, people think about the biggest crimes and beefs in this world all happened over exes or love or sleeping with somebody and all of that. It's just like, I'm not bringing that drama on. I don't want to die over your relationship. I don't want to die or fight over you being mad about your dude or you being mad about your shorty. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I think it brings on, it's a very conscious decision and it brings on too much BS. Do you feel bad?
No, not at all. I'm just listening to your perspective. It doesn't bother me at all because I don't see it that way, and I've never, and
Y'all?
a lot of my friends who I may have done it to, or they were not
friends?
upset about it.
Do I need to hide my niggas from you? Like, what? Anyway, no.
Oh my God, I would never.
Okay. Has a friend ever slept with your ex?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
And if they did, how would you feel?
I don't think I would care. No, I wouldn't care at all.
Does it matter on?
Well, it depends on. There is maybe one ex I might be upset about, but that's because it was a very meaningful relationship. But yeah, that would be the only one where I'd be like, okay, why would you? I'd be looking at them side eyes with that one. Yeah.
I believe that people fall in love. I believe that things happen. I'm also not tripping over a dude that I was with decades ago. But
would you want them to tell you?
Yes.
Yeah, I've done that too. Like when
Tell
I've
me.
done it when I've done it, I remember one time I did. This time I do remember, and I told him right away.
Yeah.
He didn't
tell
care.
me. Yeah, tell me.
If I told him right away, I was like, yeah, we just slept together.
Yeah, tell me.
Like literally like 5 minutes after it happened or 10
No.
minutes after it happened. Yeah.
It's different for men though.
Yeah, it's
because
different.
men can just have sex and not thinking anything of it, And there's some women out there that can do that. I'm not one of those women. And for me, it's like there's an emotional connection there, And, I think that don't leave it up to my interpretation to start thinking when were you feeling him and can I trust you? You know what I mean? Like, I think that sometimes it can be exaggerated. Like I said, it depends on the situation.
It also depends on, okay, most of the times it happened, I was not friends with them when they were dating that person. So I never saw them interact with each other.
Okay,
it's
that's
just
different.
that,
That's different.
we just ended up
Yeah.
together and I knew that they used to
That's
date or
different.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you think that this is in the official friend rule book? Like, it's a non-negotiable to not date exes.
If it's an ex, no. I'm
No.
gonna say no.
You think it's something that's like, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
For me, it's not. For me, it's not because you move on. You find your own person that you're with.
I don't care. It's in my rule book. Don't mess with my exes. There are millions of men in this world.
But don't you think that it's kind of like, okay, so because you are friends with somebody, you may like that type of personality around you. And maybe your friend has similar taste to you.
No, I don't care.
I used to be friends with somebody and we had the same taste in guys.
I don't care.
So sometimes things like, sometimes we
I
would.
recycle them? No, I don't care. Then you pass them around? No, don't see with my ex. You don't just trip in love. You don't trip in the bedroom. Like, this is all intentional.
What if your friend told you, they were like, hey, your ex, we've been talking lately and, we might be vibing. Like he like, would it be okay if I, went out on a date with him?
I'm not a bitter person. So if you approach me in that way, again, if you know that everyone has a person, that ex that is just your person, like that's the ex, right? Don't date or sleep with
That
the ex.
person, yeah.
Right? No. However, if it's just somebody that I like casually talk to, I don't care, but I value respect, and I think it's respectful to approach me, and like you said, I would be okay with that. You know what I mean? And I also don't care to know the details. You let me know, okay, cool. I just don't want to be blindsided because everything is exaggerated when you don't know or when you're caught
True,
off
true,
guard. You know
true.
what I mean? So it's just like, don't have me out here. Not that it's, if we're not in a relationship, some people will make this argument, well, if y'all not together, we don't really, neither of them owe you anything, right? But I think it's about character and respect, and less about the act, because that's the X for a reason. We didn't work out. I'm moving on. Unless it's the X, and everybody has the
The
X,
X.
you know?
That
All
makes
right,
sense.
so we gonna bring this into social media.
Ooh, okay.
So I seen this conversation on the Shade Room. Shouts to the Shade Room. I think India tweeted and said, "Is it okay?"
India Love.
I think so. Ooh, I think so. I don't
Is
know.
that her name? I don't know.
But awkward. Is it okay for your friend to have your ex or your dude, or whoever you're dating, in their close friends?
Oh, I did see that actually recently. Okay, so the way close friends is used.
Do you have a friend's dude in your close friends, Jeff?
No, I would never.
Judging you. Who am I friends with right now?
I would
We need to
never
talk.
do that.
Okay.
But do I think it's okay?
Is it appropriate or not?
I think it can be appropriate if you're using close friends in a PG way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Why not?
Absolutely not. Close friends is meant for what? I'm
Close
asking.
friends.
But what's the difference between close friends and then your story just being for everybody?
Because you are only comfortable with these people seeing these type of
And
stories.
why would my dude need to see anything that you aren't comfortable with everybody else seeing?
That's
No.
true.
Why would my ex need to see that? I don't really care about the ex thing. No, I do. I'm not.
The ex too?
Yeah, the ex too. Because then you
You
might as
holding
well
no
be
close friends hostage for
because
that?
you might as well be dating him.
Why? It's close friends. My God. My God.
No. Remember in MySpace, we used to fight over who was top friends or something on MySpace. It means something. Listen, I don't take social media that seriously, but I know that y'all do. You understand? So I know that people do. So it speaks volumes that this new feature of close friends, people take that very seriously. So it leaves room to question why him and what do you need to show.
It wouldn't bother me. I just, but I've always been like that. I'm not really a jealous person. So it wouldn't bother me at all.
Is it jealousy or is it just inappropriate?
It doesn't bother me. Like if that happened, it would not bother me.
Would you want to know?
No, I wouldn't care.
Wow.
Why would I care?
And what if the person you were dating came up and was like, this is kind of weird.
What do you mean?
That do
oh,
people
like
know?
if the person I was dating came and said, "Oh, this person I'm into are close friends. What's going on with this?" I'll be like, "Oh, I'll address them."
Right, exactly. So you do care.
No,
Because why are you addressing
that's my
them?
partner coming with some type of intuition. Like if my partner is coming to me with
Okay,
some type
I
of
understand.
intuition, like, "Oh, I think your friend is trying to," I'd be like, "Okay, I'll address that. Thank you.
understand.
Just block them for me. Thanks, babe."
I understand. Okay. Just block them for me. Thanks, babe. Yes, teamwork.
Yes,
You know,
it's called open communication.
take your friend's man, boyfriend, husband, person they casually talking to, take them off your close friends. It's just inappropriate, especially if it's someone in your close circle. I know that people would say if they were friends first, if you guys were friends first and we met through you, I think that's okay, but I do think that there is still room to respect the new, the way things are now, right? It's not just y'all. Now I'm involved and I would like for you to respect me now, as this person's spouse or significant other. So I've seen people bringing that up, like, oh, well, if we were friends first, but I think there's still room to adjust the way things are, right? If someone is in a serious relationship. So I don't think that you should
Wow, we
have
gotta be looking at our close friends list now. Like, oh,
the only
this is a
way
mess.
we can be in close friends is if, even still, I wouldn't do that. But if you started dating someone, let's say you and I were dating people and we were all in the same group, like maybe we all went to college together or something like that, and we all already
we're a part of close
were
friends.
each other's, like, I don't want to say, yeah, like we already were like a really tight
Yeah.
circle. We're all already in a group chat. Boom. Group chat is the measure of if you guys are all in a group chat together, then y'all can be in close friends together.
That's a lot of work, girl.
Because I feel like group chat shows, okay, follow me, okay? Group chat shows like a level of community and constant communication, right? It kind of like sets the tone. So like a group chat could be funny. It could be, we can share memes, things as such. And then group chats translate into stories, you know, when people respond back to stories and so forth. So I feel like if we are already on that level of all of us being together and like, you know, having a very, platonic but funny or friendly relationship, I think it's okay to be in close friends because I ought to be in your close friends too. So I should be seeing whatever you're posting. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
it's
you
like,
would want to. So if you were not a part of your boyfriend's close friends, you'd be upset.
No. Okay. So I don't care about social media. Like I said before, I personally don't care about social media, but I know that people do. And again, I think if my boyfriend really sees social media in that way, then I would care.
That you're not
Because I
part of their
know
close
what
friends.
it means to him. You know what I mean? So I'm like, well, damn. You know what I mean? Because I know what it means to him. But
You'll be surprised. I'd be upset too.
Yeah.
I'd be like, why? Close friends.
Like,
I'm confused.
it just seems so intentional.
What you hiding?
Yeah, right. It seems so intentional. Like, what? And I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but still, yeah, no. No. So the only way we in close friends is if we could all laugh together. Okay? And if we've been laughing together. If not, cut it out.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
fair.
no.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Well, that was our friendship topic. We want to know you guys' thoughts because y'all been arguing all weekend. So we want to know your thoughts. Please add it in the comments on YouTube at O Friend Podcast, IG O Friend Podcast. And you can also send us emails if you have topics that you want us to talk about or just some juicy drama because, you know, we love the mess going on with your friends and you want to know our opinion or our viewers' opinion. Please email us at ohfriendpodcast@gmail.com. That is OHFRIEND podcast. Y'all know how to spell podcast. I'm not spelling this whole thing. At gmail.com. Woo, I'll be tired. All right. Well, that brings us into our last segment of the show.
Our last segment already. Time just flew by. In our city.
In our city.
Where we talk about what's going on in our city.
We talk about what's happening in these
what's
New York streets.
Hopping, bing bong. I think you had something, right?
Did they find Alpo's killer?
Who?
Alpo.
Who?
Are you from New York?
Oh, the guy. Yeah, I heard about that.
Harlem, hello.
Yeah.
Anyway, did they find the killer? Because
yeah, I heard they found
apparently
his killer.
he's arrested. And yeah, the streets are talking. That's the hot take.
That's what you wanted to talk about? Girl, you acted like you had something like something life-shattering to talk about. That's what you wanted to talk about?
It was just something interesting.
Girl,
Y'all getting
I
out
didn't
here
even
in
come
the
with a
streets.
topic because I thought you were gonna have something that was gonna fill up all the time, and you said,
No.
"Oh, okay, that's it."
That's it.
I guess that's what's going on in our city. Girl.
I have noticed that a lot of people have been visiting from out of the state.
Oh yeah,
There's been
yeah.
a lot of visitors this past week, and still in New York. making there be hella traffic.
Yeah, and
Go
I'm
back
loving it.
home.
I feel like New York is finally back, and I'm so happy about
Am
that.
I alone? Say telling them to go back home.
Oh, I don't mind it right now. I'm sure I'm gonna mind it when it becomes, congested. But right now, I'm loving it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it rude for people? Because I see people in Atlanta say this too. Like, when you start seeing a bunch of people move to your home, do you take that personal? Like a bunch of people that's not from Atlanta moving to Atlanta, do y'all take that personal?
Not
and
in
vice
New York,
versa?
because New York is like it's already like a melting pot.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. But I do see people that be like, go back home, go back to your city, stop moving here. I see
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot too.
So you don't have anything for in our city?
No, girl.
Hello.
No, girl. I have not
Preparation.
been. I know. I thought you had something that was,
I have
life
anything
shattering.
juicy now.
Like, I got something. I said, okay.
I had nothing, y'all. You know what? Oh, are you going to see Batman?
Oh,
Not
yes,
drag
I am
Spider-Man.
I am going to see Batman, and I'm very excited.
I am so okay, y'all know I don't really
I'll
care
have
for
my review
Spider-Man,
next
but
week for that.
Batman, I love. Are you going to see it this week?
I'm excited. I have my I'll have my review next week for y'all.
So
if y'all are interested, let us know.
I would like to see Batman. But I think I'm going to see it by myself.
You're gonna see it by yourself?
Yeah. It's just a really long movie.
Would you guys go to the movies by yourself? I've done it, but I don't suggest it.
Really?
Yeah, I
do everything by myself.
Experience.
What are you talking during the movie? Like what?
Sometimes.
I mean,
yeah,
I understand that, but
and it's fun after the movie to like talk about it and all of that.
I do things by myself a lot. I do a lot of things.
So do I, but with the movies, that's the only thing where I don't do it.
Is it too
I've done
intimate?
it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it is. It's too intimate, and then it's like you want to talk about it with somebody after it. If nobody to talk about it with,
I didn't say I was going at 9 o'clock at night and be awkward. Do like a matinee or something.
I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't.
Okay. Well, if y'all want to go to the movies with me, let me know.
Okay.
But I'm going to see Batman this weekend, period.
Maybe we can go. I know I'm supposed to go this weekend, but maybe, I'll go with you also.
Yeah.
It depends on how good the movie is.
Yeah. Okay, but I really, I hate long movies. Like, my attention span is that of a squirrel. Like, I'm just like...
I love long superhero movies. I love it.
So, Batman, I'm willing to sit down for 3 hours. Is it 3 hours?
It's 2.5 hours or so.
3 hours. Batman, I'm willing to sit down. It is, right? So Batman, you see what I'm saying? That is legit 3 hours. And you got to stay for the ending credits to see if they throw anything in there. So you're really sitting there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe more because the movie is 3 hours, but then the previews and all of that. So it's definitely going to be like a whole day thing go into the movie. But I'm excited. So maybe we'll give a review.
Yeah, that would be cute. A little
next
cute
week.
review. Yeah, that would be really cute.
All right. Well, are we all done?
Yeah, I think we're all done.
All right. That was cute.
That was a cute
Well,
episode.
thank y'all, friends, for tuning in to yet another episode of the Old Friend Podcast. We love you all. Good night.
Bye, guys.